Hello, Seasonal Vantage Insiders, Alex here. So today's date, it is the 18th of November 2024. So the time now is about 2:42 p.m. as I'm doing this video. Okay, so for this week, right, it is from the 17th of November to 24th of November. So for this week, we'll be looking at this data, 17 to 24th November period. Okay, so before I go into today's session, let's look back into last week. What did I say in the members area over here? So this is the members area over there. Okay, let's head back to the Monday video. Monday video was here, okay, on the 11th of November. Okay, so yep, I mentioned about this Exeter already. So I mentioned about this Bitcoin and also the S&P 500. Right? So I mentioned during the live stream that it was within the options expiry. I was expecting price to consolidate and actually maybe just stay up there, but not much movement. But oh boy, so I was wrong. Okay, the market actually undergone a correction. So market kept coming down, I think especially the last 2 days of last week. Later I'll go through that again. Okay, so I'll go through the Bitcoin later. So let's go through the watch list first. So for the watch list, okay, okay, I mentioned 3 utilities company there, but I only entered into NJR. This is the New Jersey Resources, okay, because the rest of the two, I think there was some trigger, but the price action was weaker than the New Jersey, so I therefore entered into New Jersey because NJR got a trigger plus it was stronger than the two of them. Okay, and I also entered into TLT, but TLT I was stop out the first time. Price came down, so I got stop out. Okay, so I'm just being totally transparent and honest. Okay, sometimes I do get stop out, so stopping out is no big deal. Okay, especially for those who are new to Seasonal Vantage, right? Okay, as long as our reward to risk ratio, okay, it is more than 1, preferably above 1.5. And previously, for example, like my XVI Biotech and IYT, okay, the reward to risk ratio is 1.5. All these profits, okay, are made to cushion the buffer, okay, the subsequent losses that we might encounter. So like for example, XVI, I got more than 2.3 or 2.5 R. Okay, IYT, I got 1.5 R. So I can still take some losses. It is totally fine. So yep, so TLT, I get stop out. Okay, clean energy, there was no entry. If you take a look at 10, okay, price just continue to go lower after I mentioned about the wash line here. So there was no trigger, so there was no entry over here. And crude oil, so I mentioned also crude oil that I don't really want to short and don't really want to long also. Like, I mean that I said advises against long position, and there could be possible downside in the coming weeks. So yeah, so continue the seasonal trend. Crude oil continue its seasonal trend. You can see that crude oil actually it is still coming down since last week. So so there should not be any long trigger for you also. So if you happen to go for short, it is that there wasn't not much meat also because on Monday price early dropped quite a bit. Okay, and then of course you have to think long for a few days before price today drop again. So not much meat left, but if you are still shorting, okay, I think you can still hold on to the position. So again, don't try to go long on crude oil now. It is not the best seasonal time. Okay, so if in case you are watching this video, Melvin, so don't ask me about crude oil again. Okay, all right, so crude oil I already mentioned already. Okay, so not the best time to enter into crude oil right now. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, so this is crude oil and this what did I mention? Okay, the metals. So again, I said that there could be some short-term opportunities as they reach oversold level. But again, I also say that, against long-term commitment until year end, until maybe mid-December year end, okay, then this is where the seasonal trend of metals tends to go higher. But for now, okay, stay away from gold for now, okay? So, or gold or even silver. You can see over there, you take a look at gold futures, okay? So last week continued to go down lower, okay? So this week, you can see that there is a pin bar over here, okay? Pin bar, right at the support over there, the cloud support, okay? And as I mentioned, I do not like pin bar. A lot of time, it tends to fake people to enter, which is like that, okay? Price close higher than the pin bar high, which, there could be some retail trader, thinking that, oh, this is a hammer candlestick pattern. I want to try for a long. Yes, you could, but again, I believe that the short-term rally of the metals might not be able to sustain. So my view is that price could go a little bit higher and then come back down. And there's a possibility that it could retest, okay, the low of this pin bar. Okay, so let's see whether you come to fruit, and we'll see that in the next coming 1 or 2 weeks or so. But as of the meantime, okay, I will not go for long on the metals as well. Okay, so I think there is one member, Lynette, asking about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I also mentioned about Bitcoin last week, that it has a lot more risk now. My potential target is 100,000. Okay, so 80,000, after that go to 90 plus thousand at the coming week. So it is hitting my potential target of 100k already. Okay, and as of now, you can see that there are a lot more people shouting on the social media or on Bitcoin, talking about Bitcoin, crypto, Ethereum, all this. So it's not at the peak yet. Okay, if you have been in the market since 2011, especially in the crypto market, actively in the crypto market, okay, you should have a few understanding. Went through, okay, that FOMO, that period where people always talk about the Bitcoin, at the peak, at the peak of where people keep shouting about crypto, then you realize that market starting to crash already. So if you have been through that period, you should know that we are nowhere near there yet. But once again, we are having more people shouting about crypto. So do take note of that, okay. But once again, last, I think it's Thursday 15, yeah, okay. So actually on Thursday late night, okay, I mentioned that I got stopped out on TLT, so I re-entered again on the 14th of November, that is US timing now, okay, as it triggered another wash and rinse. Okay, NJR, as I mentioned, I am still holding. So at the time of posting, okay, I was monitoring 2 candidates, okay, right? So because I posted quite late, so if you actually watch the next day, there should not be any entry for these 2 stocks for you the next day. But the truth is, okay, I entered, okay, on the day itself on the cold start, so I get stopped out. Okay, I get stopped out. Okay, CSGP, you can see that at that point in time, okay, when I was on I think it's on the 14th, okay, yeah, then price actually went higher, but towards the end of the day, it closed lower. So technically, I should not have entered, but it ended red, okay, below the wash line towards the end of the closing day, which I already slept already. So if I knew that it is going to be like that, I would not have entered, because before I slept, it is still above the wash line. Okay, and after that, next day, I immediately get stopped out. So not a so good week for me last week. Okay, but thanks goodness that my previous 2 trades, okay, can buffer me my losses quite a bit. Okay, all right. So this is CSGP and this Omnicron. So if you watch the next day, you should not have entered, because OMC the next day, okay, also price go down quite a bit, even though on Thursday it had a wash and rinse trigger. So next day price immediately closed down lower, so there should not have any entry for you. Okay, all right. So anyway, as of not this one, okay, this is the Lynette. Okay, Lynette, all right, Lynette was asking, could you run through MSTR, Coinbase, and Mara? Okay, MSTR is MicroStrategy, as you know, is it the CEO or what? Okay, they heavily invested into Bitcoin. Coinbase, of course, is a proxy to Bitcoin as well because it is a broker. Okay, it is an exchange. Coinbase is an exchange to buy and sell the cryptocurrencies. Okay, Mara is a so-called miner for the cryptocurrencies as well. So all these are related to crypto. So all this will be related to Bitcoin as well. So a lot of time, okay, it will depend on the crypto, the Bitcoin, namely. Okay, when I say crypto, namely as a proxy is a Bitcoin. So you can see here for Bitcoin, okay, right now it's up, okay, about 1.56%. So once again, my target for crypto, it is about 100K. Okay, let me just put in 100K for you. The reason it is because if you take a look at the monthly time frame, right? Monthly time frame, as I mentioned, right? Okay, that was the start of the rally for Bitcoin after consolidation in mid 2023. Then this is the flagpole, okay, and then there is the flag pattern, and then continue to go higher. So if you look at the A, B, C pattern, so if the same extension that it is there about, okay, about 100K or so. Okay, so if you take a look at the time frame earlier, okay, when it first started to move in mid September or so, okay, in maybe say October lah, okay, in October to the flagpole here, October to March, October, November, December, January, February to March, okay, about 5 months to 6 months of time, okay, for that to make the move, okay, all right. But for now, you can see that it take very short while, okay, just after this consolidation, it break out, right, okay, just take like less than a month, and it has reached, okay, about 90. The peak was about 93K or so, okay. So previously I was expecting that maybe I could hold until maybe end of the year or until maybe January or so, then to hit 100K. But right now, price is fast approaching 100K, and right now it seems that price is doing a consolidation. So I suspect, okay, maybe okay, there could another leg up, okay, to hit 100K. Okay, again, disclaimer first, I have no idea how the price will go, but based on this classical pattern, is a high tide flag, okay, consolidation here, maybe there's another leg up to hit 100K. So if okay, price really does hit 100K in the few coming days or weeks or so, I will exit my Bitcoin position at 100K. Okay, and that is also the area I think there's a psychological level, because for many years people has been talking about Bitcoin hitting 100K, and the truth to be told, price might not even hit 100K. So a lot of people might be expecting to sell at, I don't know, 98K, 99K, because a lot of people are waiting to sell at 100K, including me. So price, other people might opt to take earlier profit at, I don't know, 98K, 99K, that kind, before hit 100K. So price might not even hit 100K and then come down, that kind of thing. I don't know. Okay, so I don't know. So my first initial target, it is 100K, or even it could hit 100K, okay, and then burst up a little higher to trap more people going into Bitcoin, and then price could have a correction or whatsoever. So I don't know. I don't know whether the price will have a consolidation, a crash, or some another huge surge up again. I do not know. So please don't quote me. So let's say after it hit 100K, I have absolutely no idea how it will turn out. So you might be subscribing to some, I don't know, some crypto groups or whatsoever. It says that, a price could hit 200K, 300K, 400K, 500K, that kind of thing. Okay. So my view to you is that, okay, stay rational. Okay. Don't be so greedy. Okay. For me personally, okay, this is more of a position trade. So for position trade, okay, I would hold for a few months and then hit my level, I will exit. Okay, I am not the HODL hodler, which I think that I'll keep holding on forever, that kind of thing. I'm not. So just in case you want to know what is my position, okay, mine is a position trading, holding for a few months, hit 100K, I'm ready to get out. Okay, I'm happy with the profit. Okay, and I will get out. Okay, decent profit enough for me. I will not look back and say that, wow, price have gone up to 200K, I should have held on to that. No, I will not do that. Wait for opportunity to enter again. I think clear on that. So disclaimer first, okay, I do not know whether you're going to hit 100K, but my first target is there about at 100K annualized. Okay, so I think I talked quite a bit on crypto already. So I think hope that answer your question on from Lynette and such. So if Bitcoin crypto can continue to go higher, I think MSTR and Coinbase can continue to go higher. But once price hit 100K, okay, as a proxy, you might want to consider, be a little bit more careful on MSTR and Coinbase, especially okay on MSTR. You can see that okay, it is also quite parabolic. Okay, this kind of price action won't sustain in the long term. You can see over here during the crypto craze in not crypto craze, I think early 2024, where I don't know what's the news, I forgot already, but there was also a very big hoo-ha about MicroStrategy and continue to go higher, okay, and after that price continue to come down. Okay, it did not really crash down all the way, but it take quite a while to consolidate, okay, before price to continue to go higher. Most people, it's quite tough to hold through this period, okay. Don't try to bluff yourself and think that you are able to ride through this. Most people aren't able to do that. You feel quite painful, okay, unless you really close your eyes and don't see anything, and then you then just go do your own things. If you invested so-called a huge portion of capital on this, then most likely you can't sleep, that kind of thing. Okay, right? Unless you put in just a little, then it doesn't make a difference to your portfolio. So then you can sleep very well, lah. But if you put quite a bit, I think from here to here and then go like that, it is quite hard for you to sleep well. Okay. All right. So once again, I want to reiterate that okay, no single trade is going to make you very rich or to bankrupt you. Okay. Of course, you might think that you have the conviction and such, then go ahead and do what you think it is. Okay. But for me, I make sure that no one single trade is able to make me very rich or able to bankrupt me. Okay, if it is able to make me very rich, okay, which means in Chinese it can make me 暴富的话, okay, it can also bankrupt me very fast. Okay, all right. So I make sure that I want to do things the more consistent way. Okay, consistently make good profit, consistently make a decent profit consistently. Okay, not just one trade 暴富, one trade very rich kind of thing. Okay, all right. So this is my personal view on that. And as I mentioned, right, for this coming week, the calendar is from the 17th to 24th of November. So if you take a look at the data right now, okay, I really filtered from the 17th to 24th. Okay, so if you use the Excel filter, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, okay, for the bullish ETF, it is as well. In fact, for bearish ETF, there is none. Okay, there is none. Okay, because by right, this week the month it should be pretty bullish for the market as well. So for the S&P 500, right? Okay, as you can see here, I was expecting price S&P cash index, right, to stay about 6,000 level. So as mentioned, right, 6,000 level was the key gamma level, and price also a psychological level. So price hit there. Okay, I was expecting price to go ranging like this for a while before price to go higher again, but I was wrong. So totally wrong. Okay, price had a steep correction. That's why I was get stopped out of my position as well. So in hindsight, okay, if you take a look at this S&P seasonal trend for the past 13 cycles of election year, okay, not 13 years, it's 13 election years. Every 4 years, election year is for the past 50 years. You can see that actually, in hindsight, this was what actually worked out, okay, from early November to mid of November. So of course, as I mentioned, it doesn't really, just work out exactly like it is, okay. As mentioned, previously I also mentioned that typically after election, 1 week later, it tends to be a little bit weaker based on statistical data. So in hindsight, it really was weaker. In hindsight, it really was weaker. But let me see whether it was still there or not. Okay, let me see whether it's still there. Blank page. Let me just go here. Yep. So 1 week later, average drop about 1%. So in hindsight, okay, it dropped. So it was down over 60% of time. So this year slightly positive, but overall it still dropped. Okay, all right. So 1 month later, the return is positive, but also a little bit only. Okay, but was up about 60% of the time. So which means, okay, you can see from here, from this data, we are again somewhere near, based on seasonal trend, historical data, second half of November, we are somewhere around there where price could have a rally into the end of the year, Christmas rally. But again, you can see that this election year cycle, the rally might not be so smooth as up and down. But again, this up and down doesn't mean the magnitude. It just tells us that, might not be, it could be ranging. It will still means that it's coming down, that kind of thing. Okay, so yeah, but don't expect that price will be like this kind of movement will be very nicely uptrend kind of thing. But maybe more consolidation or not so straightforward, that kind of uptrend. But overall, my view is that still do not try to short the market. Okay, we are somewhere near the most bullish time of the year. But does that mean that it's going to be bullish until the end of the year? Okay, nobody knows. Okay, because there are a few things that on the so-called how do I say, the market internals. Okay, it doesn't look so good over there. So I should show you DP gallery over there. It seems like my video is gone. Okay, it's still here. Okay, can you see that DP gallery? Okay, you can see that. Okay, in hindsight, okay, you realize that the McClellan oscillator previously near the low over there, this low over there, okay, it is at a relatively low. So that was the good time to enter, okay, in hindsight, okay, all right. But anyway, looking at the, where is it? I want to show you, it is the advanced decline line. Okay, so this is the market internals. Okay, you can see that in a way also can say that it is market breadth lah. So while the market is continue to making a new high, the AD line, it is starting to make a new low already. So yeah, so there are some conflict of so-called data, price action, where seasonally it is the best of the year, but the advanced decline line, it is it's not showing the same thing. Okay, so once again, which one do you believe? Okay, we do not know, but I believe that we should still at least still stay long for the time being. Reason is because we are generally still, not generally, we are still above the central pivot range. Okay, if the market is really to turn into a downtrend, okay, or a bear market is coming again, the first thing first, it has to close below the CPR. So for now, okay, we still gravitate towards the upside first. Okay, so follow the price action for now. Okay, and options data flow seems to be suggesting that it is still bullish lah. Okay, so I won't dwell too much into that, but it seems that it is still bullish for now. So maintaining still a bullish stand. Okay, all right. So looking at the data, right? Actually, in fact, if I screen, right, for this week, in fact, there aren't many stocks. A lot of these stocks are actually from the utilities. Also, quite a number are from utilities from the one that I screened. So for now, as of the weekend, I can't seem to screen any good stock or with a trigger. Okay, so quite a bit of utilities came up, but once again, if you want to go for the utilities, right? Okay, then if you can go to the utilities, to be here, utilities here. Okay, you can go through these utility stocks like AEP, ED, DUK, IDA, Allied Energy. These are the utilities. So I won't go through them because some of them do not have the trigger, some of them are trigger. But again, it is not I don't see any good entry setup or trigger. So the one that I am only looking at, okay, so far that caught my attention, okay, it is not a stock, okay, it is actually an ETF. It is actually EWY. Oh, this is the stocks, so it should be here, EWY over there. EWY, it is actually the first one, okay, the South Korea ETF from the 22nd of November to 10 January. You can see that the window is pretty wide, okay? 10 years, 90% of the time it went up, which means that out of the past 10 years, 9 years, it went up during this period, and the average profit is about 9%. So that's the only one that caught my attention. So EWY over here. Okay, so EWY. Yeah, I can see that it is generally in a downtrend, and this is a more of a risky trade. It is more of a risky trade over here. So this is EWY. So in fact, it is talking about the South Korea index, the KOSPI index. So you can see that over here, okay, so this is where the price closed lower than the prior day low. Okay, so this bar on the 14th of November, price closed lower than the prior day low. The prior day low is 55.80. 55.80 over there. And then on Friday, price close above the wash line and stay above the wash line here. So let's see whether for the EWY, our price can continue to stay higher, okay, for this coming 1 or 2 weeks or so. Okay, but do take note that this is a downtrending ETF. Price and CPR, it is both below the price. So yeah, more risky. Okay, it's not in an uptrend. So if you take a look at the KOSPI South Korea Index, right, this is the CFD. Okay, so tonight, as in today, Monday, it went higher. So most probably tonight, okay, KOSPI listed in the ETF in US should be going higher also. So most likely it should stay above the wash line. So that's the only one that I'm looking to try to go for a long now, okay? Even though this might not be the best of the best, but so far only this, I think I might try to go for a long for KOSPI. Okay, this is not KOSPI, this EWY South Korea ETF. Okay, so I think that's the update for today. If there are more so-called trade ideas, okay, or more better ones, then I will update again in the members area. But for now, for this week, so far I see only EWY lah. For utilities, I'm already inside this NJR, so I won't be entering into another utility stocks lah. Okay, so with that, thank you so much. And as usual, tonight 10:30 p.m. there is my Facebook Live. Okay, so do stay tuned, and I'll see you tonight again at 10:30 p.m. With that, thanks so much, and bye bye.